What's up, DFAM? Welcome to the Gig Breakdown. The point of the Gig Breakdown is for me to take you through my work shift, showing you everything that I accepted, declined, rejected, and the reason why I accepted it or the reason why I declined it. Now, there's many different factors in every single work shift that causes me to accept or decline an offer, and I want to show you everything. So we will be tracking the mileage, we will be tracking if I spent money for the day, we will be tracking just about everything that we can track while it's on the screen. You're gonna see it for yourself, and I'm just gonna explain my day. All right, so if you're ready, make sure you hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family, because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. Let's get started. Okay, so the first offer that came through was a $9.50 CVS offer on DoorDash, going 0.7 miles. At first, I was like very hesitant. I didn't want to accept it because I do not like to shop. All right, I just don't like to shop. But it was the first order of the day. I said, you know what? It's going 0.7 miles. Let me knock this out really quick. I don't know the store, but I'm gonna knock it out. I ended up shopping the order. It took me roughly about 10 minutes. I stood in line. That took about, 2 to 3 minutes to go through that whole process, and I was paid $9.50 like it said up front. The second offer that I received after turning on my UBEREATS app was a $12.78 double order, and it's going 4.9 miles north of where I was. So I said, you know what, the miles look good, the pay looks good, I'm gonna take it. After picking up these UBEREATS orders, I got the $6.50 DoorDash going 4.3 miles, which I ended up declining because I'm like, nah, I got this double order. I don't know what the drop off is gonna be like. So I said, let me clear this up before I accept anything else on DoorDash. After declining that $6.50 order on DoorDash, they kept sending me multiple offers, and I kept declining them because I didn't want to, waste my pause time when I really need to use that pause time. So I just said, you know what, whatever. And then they sent me this $8.50 going 7.1 miles. I'm not doing that. Nope. Not on DoorDash. But this next one, it was very tempting. I accepted it. It was $6 going 1 mile for one item. Now I was close to the second drop off for the UBEREATS order. And I was like, yo, that's only going 1 mile. And the Cheesecake Factory is like right there. So I'm like, nah, let me accept this. Now, after accepting it, I got to the drop off for the UBEREATS order. Where the pin was dropped was incorrect. Now, the address was correct, but the pin location was incorrect. But it was, around the corner, and the customer didn't want to answer their phone. They didn't respond to the text messages. I had to call them like about 2-3 times because I didn't want to start the timer on them because I had already accepted the $6 going 1 mile. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just try to get them real quick. After I'm done, I don't want to wait the 5 minutes because I'm running on DoorDash's time. So I'm like, nah, let's try to get this customer. Let's try to deliver this real quick. The amount of time that it took for me to get that order sorted out with the UBEREATS, it was just too much time. So I had to let this one go and take a hit on my completion rate. I didn't want to because it was only going 1 mile, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. The customer for that UBEREATS order lived on the 15th floor of an apartment building, and I began receiving another offer on DoorDash for $7 going 2.8 miles. I accepted this one because I'm already at that UBEREATS drop off. So ain't no way I'm about to let this one go. So I drop off the UBEREATS and on my way to pick up this DoorDash for $7. Now, another app that I usually have running in the background, just in case I might see something that I might want and it's a decent mileage to the pickup, is Dispatch. They sent me an offer, and obviously I didn't accept it. 24.5 miles to the pickup. That's just to the pickup for $12.96. And then from the pickup to the drop off is 10.8 miles. So I'm like, heck no. So I just let that one go by. Somebody else picked that up. No. And if you can look at the GPS, I was so far away, not just by looking at the miles, just look at the GPS real quick. I was so far away. Why? No, I'm not accepting that. When I got to the $7 DoorDash offer location for the pickup, they could not find the order. I guess the person that was handling all the online orders, they could not find it. I was like, what the heck is going on? I was delayed on that order for about maybe like 15 minutes because they were searching many different tablets. They were going to the back. They were coming back to the front. They were looking at my phone. It was just like a mess. It was a whole mess. And I'm like, come on. Then finally, somebody brings out a bag, sits it on the countertop, and they don't know who that bag belongs to. And I'm like, this bag says the name that's on my phone. And they were like, oh, yes, that's it. And that's how they found the order. The person brought it out and put it on the countertop. They could not find it in the tablets. So it was delayed by 15 minutes or so, and I went to go deliver it, which was an easy drop off, no problem. While dropping off that DoorDash, I get an 1150 going 0.8 miles. If you don't accept that, I don't know what's wrong with you. Why wouldn't you accept 1150 going 0.8 miles? So I accepted that 1150, and it was a quick pickup, not a problem at all, and I dropped it off. 0.8 miles, yo. After dropping off that Uber Eats, DoorDash tried to be slick and send me a really far one for $11.05. It was 11.1 miles from the same restaurant I picked up the Uber Eats for. Now, it had 6 items, and I was almost tempted to accept this because it's that weird number, and it's P.F. Chang's. It's 6 items from P.F. Chang's. 1105. It might be higher than that, but I'm like, 11.1 miles? Nah, you could keep that one, DoorDash. I'm not doing it. Send it to another driver. Something I forgot to mention is when I was on my way to drop off that Uber Eats order, they tried to send me a $5.15 that I cannot see the drop off in the GPS. They tried to be slick. It was $5.15 going 3 miles. Nah, nope. DoorDash tried to send me another one for $5 going 4.8 miles. Decline. And here was another offer that I forgot to mention that came through before I dropped off that Uber Eats order, and it was for $16.14 going 13.9 miles. Now, I looked at the address that you cannot see at the very bottom because I whited out because I don't like to show the address of where I'm dropping it off to. But the address of that location I was okay with, but I'm like 13.9 miles. There's no way that I'm gonna drive that far without stacking the offer. So I head to the restaurant. Before I pick it up, DoorDash sends me a $3 going 3.9 miles. Decline. They sent me a $7.50 from BurgerFi going 2.4 miles in the same direction. 9 items. I said, yes, this is what I'm gonna stack it with. And I don't even know what the 750 is gonna turn into, but I'm like, it got to be higher than 750. It gotta be higher than 750. So I accepted it. I delivered the DoorDash, and then it turned into $14. So it turned into $14, and then I'm on my way to deliver this $16 going 13.9 miles on Uber Eats. After I dropped off that $7.50 that turned into $14 on DoorDash, I ended my dash because it was already like, almost 2 p.m. and my dash would end at 2 p.m. and I still had that Uber Eats going 13.9 miles for $16. So I said, you know what? I'll just end my dash here. And then I made $30.50. Excuse me, $30.50 on DoorDash. And I was on my way to drop off that Uber. After I dropped off that Uber Eats, I forgot the time that I was dropping it off is a bad time to be working in that area because you're gonna get nothing but lowball offers. And if you don't believe me, let me take you through a couple of these right now. The first offer I got was $3.22 going 4.3 miles. Decline. The next offer after that was $9.18 going 8.6 miles for 2 orders. But I couldn't see where it was going, so I'm like, nope, I'm not taking it. Decline. And then a $2 going 2.4 miles. Come on, you know what I did with that. Nah. I know you wouldn't accept it. Then another $2 right behind that one, going 2.7 miles. Come on, Uber, send me something better. Then they sent me a $3. It's better, right? No, I'm not taking the $3 on Uber. No, not with them showing the expected tip up front. Nah. So $3 going 0.8 miles, declined. Then they sent me a $5.52 going 5.3 miles. Then a $4.08 going 5.5 miles. Then a $5.42 going 4.9 miles. Then a $3.06 going 3.6 miles. Trash, double trash. Then a $6.53 going 6.6 miles. Now, look at the GPS real quick. If this 6.6 miles was headed straight down, I didn't have to drive west first, I probably would have taken this. But I'm like, nah, 6.6 miles. First I gotta go west and then I gotta go south. No. If you could give me one on the road that I'm at, going south, I would have taken it. $4.02 going 3.8 miles. No. At this point, I'm getting a little bit frustrated because it's like, I know it's after lunch rush. I know I've made a decent chunk of change for the hours that I worked during lunch rush. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting close to getting hungry because I didn't have breakfast yet, right? And I didn't have lunch yet. So I'm like, okay, my stomach started making noise. I'm getting to that point where I'm like, let's go get something to eat. But let's see what we could find before we get something to eat. And if we don't get something in the next couple of offers, no, we're just gonna turn it off and go get something to eat. And that's exactly what I did. I went and got something to eat, okay? Because I couldn't find nothing else, all right? $11.53 was the total that I spent on my lunch. And I chilled out for a little bit, and then I went back to work. After going back to work, I get an offer from DoorDash for $8.50 going 2.5 miles from Chick-fil-A for 4 items. I accepted it. Of course, who wouldn't accept that? I expected it to turn into something else. After I got to the customer, Uber tries to hit me with an offer. I took a look at it, but it was for $3.94 going 3.2 miles. Instant decline. That DoorDash offer that I dropped off turned into $13. That was a good offer. After dropping off that DoorDash and declining that Uber, DoorDash tried to send me another Chick-fil-A for $3 going 2.1 miles, 2 items. Decline. Then an $8.75 going 11.4 miles. Nah, I'm good. You could keep that. Then Uber sends me a $5.21 going 4.8 miles. Declined. This next offer was the offer of the day, okay? And it was the offer of the day because of how far versus the pay, all right? $3.50 on DoorDash going 10.3 miles for 1 item. Ain't no way I would accept that. No way. I don't know if you would accept it. And if you would, please let me know why you would accept it. Put it in the chat or in the comment section right now. Here's another one. Uber tried to do the same thing that DoorDash tried to do. $7.34 going 13.6 miles. No, I took a $16 going 13.9 miles. I'm not taking a $7 going 13.6 miles. Instant decline. Now by this time, it's already after lunch rush and I'm looking for something bigger than $5. I would accept a $5, $6 offer during lunch rush, but after lunch rush, I'm starting to get my dinner rush hypeness going, you know? So I need something higher than $5. So I declined this $5 DoorDash going 2.8 miles. I don't want $5 now. No, I want something higher. Then I get a notification from Uber saying I received a heck of a tip, right? So I had to take a screenshot of it. That $11.50 order that I showed earlier in the video, they actually tipped me a lot higher and they gave me $17.37. So that one right there, I lucked out on it because I didn't expect that much more of a tip and I was happy. Wouldn't you be happy? Then Uber tries to send me a $5.16 going 2.7 miles. Then another one for $3.56 going 4.7 miles. Then another one for $3.87 going 5.4 miles. By this time, family, I'm getting really fed up about this in between lunch rush and dinner rush. And I'm like, you know what? I already hit my goal for the day. And my goal was $100. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go home, man. but I left my app on just a little bit longer just to see what was gonna happen. And they kept sending me some low ball. They try to be slick and try to get me to drive a little bit. They sent me this $18.87 double order going 20.1 miles. Now, don't get me wrong. If this offer was like $25, I probably would have taken it. The reason why is because the area it's going to, that area is busy, but it's also congested. So I wouldn't doubt that I would get another decent, maybe even just the same, just as good offer headed back to the area that I was in. That area right there is a really good area. So if you're in my market, I don't know if you've ever worked that area, but I just gave you a little bit of a little gold nugget, a little golden nugget right there. At this time, like I said, I'm getting restless because I'm like, y'all, it's in between lunch and dinner rush. So I shouldn't expect anything better, but I'm looking for something better. You know, I know during this time it's going to be a lot of trash sent to my phone, but I'm like, I don't know why. I just wanted to stay out there and just keep on declining. I got frustrated. I said, you know what, man? Let me go home. All right. But before I turned off any of my apps, I got some more lowball offers. And then finally, I get one UBEREATS. I said, this one is my last one. All right. $8.06 going 2.4 miles. After I'm done with this one, then I'm going to go home. All right. It was like 4 something. By the time I was done with this offer, I said I could go home early today because I want to spend time with my family. When I got home, nobody was home. So I just chilled out for a little bit. You know, I took about a 45-minute nap. It was all good, you know. When I got in contact with Mrs. UDM, you know, she expected not to be home for maybe another hour or two. So I said, you know what? I'll go back out here, see what else I can make. This is just extra. So I got a few offers on Uber. I didn't do DoorDash in the area. I got a few offers on Uber. Order on arrival, $9.51. Now I'm extra picky. Okay. I'm not as picky during lunch, but I'm extra picky during dinner. All right. There's no way I'm about to accept or drive some of the miles or accept some of the pay that I would normally accept during the day. So this $9.51 order on arrival, nah, it's gonna take too long. 5.4 miles, nope, I'm not doing that. All right, $7.70 going 5.7 miles. It's dinner rush. Give me something like $10, 10 plus. That's what I'm looking for, 10 plus. Right, I didn't accept that one either. $6.76 going 5.8 miles. I didn't accept that one either. Nope. $5.57 going 3.1 miles. Nope. $5.89 going 2.9 miles. Nope. $4.42 going 5.6 miles. Come on. You could answer for me. And then finally, I get this double order for $13.58 going 8.2 miles. Now, at first I didn't want to accept it, but then I was like, why not? It's over $10, right? And the area I'm going to, I know within this area, I'm going to get something. I got to get something. It might not be something that I would like to get, like over $10 during dinner rush, but I'm gonna get something. I was having faith, you know. And after I did this $13.58, I dropped both of them off. I ended up getting $6.48 that I forgot to take the screenshot of, but you know, it's 7 miles back in the same direction that I went. So the one that I did accept for $13, it was going 8.2 miles east and south, right? And then the $6 was going northwest it was going northwest. I don't know why I'm having trouble trying to explain that to y'all. That's the round trip right there. So if you really calculate all of it, that's about $19 going about 15 miles. Maybe a little bit more than 15 miles, maybe 15.2 or something like that. And that's how I was able to make $92.93 on Uber, $13 on one dash with DoorDash, and then another dash for $30.50, which totaled up to $136.43. And the total offers that I accepted was 13. You know, I know some people they deliver 20 plus offers and they probably barely make $150 because they're accepting a lot of the lowball offers and whatnot for whatever the reason. But this is proof that if you are just more selective, not based on just the miles that you see, but you know your market, you know how to work the apps, you know how to turn one on, and if you're multi-apping, pause one, turn the other one on. Hey, just keep on rotating them. If you know how to do this, then you could go home by 4 p.m., 4:30 like I did. I started at 11 something. It was like 11:15 I started, and I was able to go home by like 4. It was like a total of like 5 hours, 5 hours and 21 minutes or something like that. You know, I'm gonna put it up on the screen right here so you can see it for yourself. I did all of this, $136.43, and there was some delays that wasn't my fault. If everybody was on point at the restaurants, everything was on point, I didn't have to drop orders, I didn't have to change the address or go find the customer where they were, I would have made probably $150 in the same amount of time. All I would need is $14, and I could have probably made $14 in the little amount of time that I was delayed at the restaurant and at the customer that didn't have their address together with the Uber Eats order. Well, they did have their address together, but the GPS pin was incorrect. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. This is the gig breakdown. All right. So make sure you squeeze the life out of that like button for me, please. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family, because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces.
I've been all in my bag, you been all in my business, you be all in your feelings, I've been all in them trenches, I've been all in my bag, you be all in my business, know they notice me flexing, fit in all of my fitness, I've been all in my bag, you been all in my business, you be all in your feelings, I've been all in them trenches, I've been all in my bag, you be all in my business, know they notice me flexing, fit in